Who did you expect? Who did you expect? Who did you expect? Who did you expect? Who did you expect?
Welcome to the east side. We don't wait for doors of opportunity, we just wait on when we gotta kick them in. Decatur, Georgia, or a den of thieves. Hidden leads just to feed the village. Hidden leads make them feel like ninjas. Niggas always keep the metal tucked till you run up, get your face cut. Got your Brukins on the back end. Know too many niggas trapped. They be stuck in genjutsu. They see the world from a different view. Shadow clones cause they silhouettes. Hard to point out when they robbing you. You never know what be inside of you. You never know who you be talking to. Till it's 2 a.m. on the east side. Black as shadows in the nighttime. They don't wait on nothing but the right time. Here it come around the corner. Shots fired, that's a nigga down. Sad, but this is normal around this town. I've been crying for my niggas found. I've been praying for my niggas down. Always looking for some progress. Try a nigga, he gon' regress. Locked and loaded that nigga ready. Turn your brains into red spaghetti. I be looking for God here. Hopefully see that I'm trying here. Save my niggas cause they really lost. Tell that my niggas before you write them off.
They say, Vic, don't you move on that side, boy. Both the crime rate and junkies stay high, boy. Scary niggas, they ain't see my vision, and they see it, they want in the convoy. Stop by the corner store, know that it's kissing, and let them watch windows punk gas for a bag of chip shot with the water. But no, they got size, I don't need no patchouli, I just want water. Start bitch with my brothers like Pops and Earl. We gon' turn Keller Road right into a Melrose. I might turn Wesley Chop to a motherfucking church. They got my people, let's teach them their worth. I don't need no appraiser, I'm knowing the worth of my property. They just owns out the cap, always a lot in the world, and I'm on it all like construction on this side. I'm taking my time, now it's 2 a.m. on the east side. Up as fuck, no, I'm writing rhymes. Late night, not an early morning, like an alchemist, I'm turning into something. Shots fired, that's your nigga down. Sad, but it's normal around this town. Cause I'm calling, say you beat the charge. He can't wait to come back around. Other cousin calling, y'all must stop. Say he heard prices went back up. I confirm they gassed up. Told him chill, though, cause we next up. People be looking for God here. My job is to teach them look in themselves. Say my niggas cause they really lost. Spitting for the ones they breaking off.
Who did you expect?
Biggest the what? Biggest the what? Biggest the what? Biggest the Super Bowl.
Niggas so thirsty, don't put me in beef. Dissecting my words and start looking too deep. I look at the tweets and start sucking my teeth. I'm letting it rock cause I love the mystique. I still wanna give me a song where I beat. Can trust everything that you saw on IG. Just know if I diss you, I make sure you know that I hit you like I'm on your caller ID. I'm naming the album to fall off. It's pretty ironic cause it ain't no fall off for me. Still in this bitch getting bigger. They waiting on the kid to come drop like a father to be. Love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K Dot, is it Aubrey or me? We the big three like we started the league. But right now I feel like Muhammad Ali. Yeah, Muhammad Ali, the one that they call when they shit ain't connected no more. Feel like I got a job in IT. Rhyming with me is the biggest mistake. The Spider-Man meme is me looking at Drake. It's like we recruited your homies to be demon deacons. We got them attending your wake. Hey, how the gang got away from the bars, man, and shit like a prison escape. Everybody steppers with fucking and everybody breakfast, and I'm about to clear up my plate. When I show up, it's motion picture, blockbuster. The goat with the golden pen, the top toucher, the spot rusher. Spray this whole shit up, the crop duster. Not Russia, but apply pressure to your cranium. Cold's automatic when aiming with the boy in the status of stadium.
Big as the Super Bowl, but the difference is it's just two guys playing shit that they did in the studio. Niggas usually send their verses back to me and they be terrible, just like a 2-year-old. I love a dinner with some fine women. When they start debating about who the GOAT, I'm like, go ahead, say it then. Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Who the GOAT? Who you bitches really rooting for? Like a kid that had been from January to November, nigga, it's just you and Cole. Big as the what? Big as the what? Big as the what? Big as the Super Bowl.
She had seen me close to him, the universe was alive. She looked me dead into my eyes, she knew that I was alive. I don't say much cause my vibe says it all. I don't say much cause my vibe says it all. I don't say much cause my vibe says it all. I can't lie, no.
She love the way I'm vibing. She love the way I'm vibing. She love the way I'm vibing. Yeah, I'm vibing. She love the way I'm vibing. She love the way I'm vibing. She love the way I'm vibing. Yeah. She like the vibe and see the aura switch up. I walk into the room and it's so bright now. Plant a seed and go and watch it grow. Water it and treat it what it's worth now. Pops told me I need to have some confidence. Always been a soldier, not a hoe now. Dance around how you really feel. It's a kickback, not a hold down.
Kick back, relax, you know, that's how we vibe. So I got patience for things that ain't worth people's time. Miley Cyrus, happy aura like white diamonds. I put my light in the shadow realm because I'm shining. Blind and these demons call that an eye for an eye. Cause you thought you had me cornered, but I got perfect alignment. Yellow hair, gold stone, purple in my ice cream cone. Red rose what I be on when it's my mother song. How you feel? Blues make you chill. How you feel? Red velvet make you heal. How you feel? Green get you bills. Back on chill life, old flats on them wheels. Tryna make it to them Beverly's west side of them hills. Well, catch me riding, cause we about to go and slide. And you think I'm classy, cause first rate is what we be flying in. That's just how we vibe, man, we vibe.
She love the way I'm vibing. She love the way I'm vibing. She love the way I'm vibing. Yeah, I'm vibing. She love the way I'm vibing. She love the way I'm vibing. She love the way I'm vibing. Yeah.
Even with COVID, I plan on staying on my purpose. Can't be detracted from my path. I'm married to the game, whether through sickness or in health. Till death do us part. I keep my head high, my eyes dry, money in my pocket. Keep my eyes on the prize, laser focused on my purpose. Yeah, I know I had a time lapse. Dropped the tape some months ago. Questions about where I've been. People say they seeing ghosts. Always with this such and such. Talking to y'all so-and-sos. I pop out in a phantom for you. Show some signs of money growth. Used to see me in a hoodie. Still in a hoodie, bruh. I would wear a suit, but my hoodie hide my toolie better. Move with extra caution on the comeback so my come up better. Learn how to invest a check. 50 shares in family business. Learn to build my last name. My family need a legacy. Pops held the fort down. That's the man I'm trying to be. Keep it on 100, baby. Don't you try to lie to me. It take more than your good looks. I'm rising high society. She want the status and the money. It's all part of propriety. She get accustomed to a lifestyle and A-list ideology. This hasn't happened yet, but I know where I'm going. I know I'll be successful. I don't have much of an option. I gotta get there. This is the greatest comeback since Billie Jean King. It's the battle of the best, but everybody average to me. I can get a late start, quarantine and lose my mind, and I still find a way to outshine and outrhyme you niggas. I don't understand you niggas, always walking around like you got big nuts to itch, but you be fudging the figures. I guess it figures. Bravado only get you so far until real life start to show you who you really are. I hope you had fun in daddy's clothes when daddy was gone, but now daddy back in town so you can go and get gone. Go outside with the other kids where you belong before you get smacked up inside of my home.
I hear the logic. I just I just cannot explain.
What did you expect?
Why that girl on her phone? She never paid attention to the room or the homie. She just missed another opportunity, And I know that she lonely with no company, She's so busy reading text, she ain't even read the room, yeah. Always sending texts like I just want myself a little boo, yeah. I think I just went stupid, hit by Cupid. The arrow hit my heart, I hope she noticed. Gotta read the room, yeah. Learn to read the room, I really wish that you can read the room. I really wish that you can look inside of me, and I could tell you how I feel, little baby. Just learn to read the room, Read the room. Just read the room, Just read the room. Learn to feel that presence and that feeling in that mood. Just learn to go ahead and feel that moment too, Learn to read the room. Trying to talk to you is honestly so fucking strange. Trying to find a way that drove my brain to be deranged. I would've never thought I'd have this kind of issue. I couldn't connect with you inside of the same room. I know you feel me, at least I think you do. It's hard to tell, I cannot read the room. Seem to be unfazed, that's what you supposed to do. You seem so confused, baby, why won't you learn to read the room? I really wish that you can read the room. I really wish that you can look inside of me, and I could tell you how I feel, little baby. Just learn to read the room, Read the room. Just read the room, Just read the room. Learn to feel that presence and that feeling in that mood. Just learn to go ahead and feel that moment too, Learn to read the room.
I'll show you how to read the room, baby. Say you faded off that drink, I hit the road and zoom, baby. Project nigga section 8, I never had a spoon, baby. She says it's rated, this movie coming soon, baby. No, I ain't worried about your boyfriend, he ain't like that. See me, it's on sight about that pussy, he gon' fight back. He gon' risk his life, I beat him up like go down my path. But your bitch won't be, so it ain't my fault that you tried that. Oh yeah.
Learn to read the room, I really wish that you can read the room. I really wish that you can look inside of me, and I could tell you how I feel, little baby. Just learn to read the room, Read the room. Just read the room, Just read the room. Learn to feel that presence and that feeling in that mood. Just learn to go ahead and feel that moment too, Learn to read the room. Yeah, everybody think it's a game. Yeah, everybody think it's a game. Yeah, everybody think it's a game. Boy, I ain't playing no games. No, boy, I ain't playing no games. Yeah, don't nobody know about the late night, early mornings with no sleep. Don't nobody know about the low time we ain't really had nothing to eat. Don't nobody know about the time we had to ride around without tank on E. Don't nobody know nothing but me. Don't nobody know nothing but me. Don't nobody know about the grind that it took. Don't nobody know how many times we put ourselves out there and got overlooked. Don't nobody know our pockets was low. Don't nobody know they think what they know. Don't nobody got love for a man, especially when a man hitting it low. Everybody got words of wisdom. Who putting in the work though? Everybody wanna get a trophy, but you ain't make it to the ship though. Better stick to your sailboat. I know you love to ride the wave. I see you really love to follow. Trendsetters over here though. Whoa, everything seem like a game until you get played, yeah. Everything seem like a game until you get played, yeah. Everything seem like a game until you get played, yeah. Everything seem like a game till you get played. 2K, pat me the pressure, I handle the rock. Stay on the ground till I shoot to the top. Harder than lava, I fire the op. Stay back and shoot, my heart is your heart. I don't miss nothing, my shot can't get blocked. Bust in your face like I'm Curry on God. My mentality, win at all costs. Chasing that grad, had to cut a few off. Keep my head low, my focus is people. The confidence is key, don't let haters get to you. Critics always wanna say something negative. I can't mind them, I know that I'm better than them. I just know I gotta grind for my team. Take the title on me, be MVP. Once I do, I'ma show on the king. Finger to the left, so quiet my demons. Everything seem like a game until you get played, yeah. Everything seem like a game until you get played, yeah. Everything seem like a game until you get played, yeah. Everything seem like a game until you get played.
Welcome. It is Thursday night, West Coast time, and it's time to start the show. It's Kane. We are here. How's everybody today? I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's in good spirits. No, hey, we don't do that in here. Go ahead and delete that last comment. We don't drink that over here, my friend. No. You get pure water and occasionally the secret sauce, okay? Occasionally the secret sauce, but that's every now and then, okay? But 99.99999, kind of like a paternity test, it's just agua, okay? Just some water, okay? But I do got a little bit different in this clear cup today, just a little bit. You ain't gonna know what's in that one though. That's the secret stuff for this show. Thursday shows are a little bit tougher, later during the week. I'm exhausted. I'm not a full-time YouTuber. I have a regular job. You know why I have a regular job, D? Well, D, before I continue this conversation, let me acknowledge the sponsor of the last show and Mind My Manners, okay? Broke Jack, aka the Ghost of Jack, who's forever broke. He came through and supported the platform the other night, and he was the sponsor of the show, even though he wanted to do so reluctantly. So we appreciate you, Mr. Broke Jack. You're not part of the Broken Dusty crew. That's reserved for like the Four Horsemen, okay? But we appreciate you supporting the show, and we'll see you around. We know what you be doing, stalking people in these YouTube streets, all right? So one more time for Mr. Broke Jack, the sponsor of the last show. Y'all guys, make sure y'all keep your eyes out for Broke Jack. He be popping up out of nowhere, so be careful with him, okay? Now, what's in the cup, I shall not share. Okay, that's my secret, okay? It was in that cup. But the reason why I'm not a full-time YouTuber, D, is because I teach people to keep the main thing the main thing. So when you lose sight of that is where your life starts to veer off, okay? So you don't want to be a professional basketball player and you become a full-time podcaster. That means the level of focus and dedication to what got you to be recognizable on the platform, you're veering off the road. Okay, we want to be able to level people, give them a solid foundation, and then you build off of that. So that's why I keep the main thing the main thing. And that's not a knock against full-time YouTubers because they are great at what they do. It just doesn't work for me, and I really don't care about how anybody else got to navigate their life. I got to do what works for me. So main thing the main thing. All right, now let's get into the show. All right, today we're going to cover some tough topics today a little bit. It's going to be tough, so you guys get prepared, all right? We will not allow anybody to veer us off the path of the conversation today, okay? You know how people pump up on the show and then they be saying a whole bunch of nonsense trying to veer us off the conversation? Yeah, we will not stand for that today, okay? The goal is to have the conversations, deal with the tough reality, speak about it, don't hide it, and to share our views and thoughts, because you never know what helps people. You never know what people are going through. And sometimes it's important to bring things to the light. Sometimes you just don't know the dangers, the difficulties of life unless you experience it or you get to experience it through somebody else. So that's what we do here, okay? Now, the first thing we're going to cover today is actually, I don't know. I have no idea which one we're going to cover. The dangers of societal pressures, a mother's worst dream turned to reality. Well, before we even get into that, you know what? I want to tell y'all this. I saw a guy with a cowboy hat on yesterday. You know, I was making my way downtown. No, I was on my way home, and I like to walk. It keeps my body relatively healthy. People with cars, what happens is y'all get much overweight and lazy because y'all used to pressing the gas pedal, room, and the brake pedal. So your body doesn't really get that full motion that you need to consistently do 10,000 plus steps a day. And I am not prepared to relinquish that ability. So I want to walk as long as I can, okay? And on my way home, I walked past this guy with a cowboy hat on, and I'm thinking to myself, we not in Texas. Why are you wearing a cowboy hat in the Bay Area? You better be visiting from, I don't know, Frisco, Texas. I don't know, somewhere near. I don't want to say that, I'm gonna get in trouble. But you get what I'm saying. Why is you wearing a cowboy hat? He was like probably in his mid-30s. He was a relatively young fella. Now, I know what y'all thinking. Did he have the belt buckle on? I ain't checked because I was so thrown off by the cowboy. I actually turned around. Usually when I'm walking, right, mind my business. I'm watching my, you got to make sure you're on your P's and Q's no matter where you at. So I'm always watching my surroundings. But I happen to know, like, is that a cowboy hat? So be it. No, I'm not talking about a Dallas. I'm literally talking about with the straw type of tannish, with the whole sombrero type of, yeah, it was a real cowboy hat. Mm-hmm. And he had the type of jeans that they would wear. He was in almost full uniform. I didn't catch the buckle part or not, but yeah, he was. I'm not gonna say what ethnicity he was, but just know a cowboy hat was on him. Okay, I thought that was interesting to say the least. I almost never see no cowboy hats out here. I thought that was a little weird, but who am I to judge people? Okay, I'm not nobody. You ain't gonna see me in no cowboy hat. But as a staunch Eagles fan, I was not happy with the thought of the cowboy being in the thought of my mind when it comes to the hat. It should just be sombrero, like straw, tan, hat, not known as a cowboy hat. So that bothered me. But the season will be underway soon. In reality, will be just as good. Okay, sorry, Red Girl. You're my favorite. But yeah, that I just thought that was interesting. Yesterday's show was pretty fun. You know me, I just do random shows throughout the week, just chilling. I don't want no problems, so please, people, leave me alone. And the show went pretty well. You had Brownsville here, doing what Brownsville things. We had Giz come through. It was a lot of love. It was a nice chill show. Okay. Today, what you mean no Brownsville? Brownsville, he all right. I like Brownsville. This is the thing you got to get comfortable with in life. You don't always have to be you don't always have to be surrounded with people that agree with you. I like having people of differences, different opinions, different thought patterns, because I don't like yes men. Now, if you pay me enough money, I will be your yes man. Let me just say that. If you pay me enough money, I'll be a yes man. But most people can't pay enough money to get a yes man. I'm going to just tell you that now. So, because if you just want me to say yeah and you pay me for it, it's kind of like just being employed as an actor to say, yeah, good job, That's not what most people want to do. Okay, I'm mainly joking. But on a serious note, you want people that think different. You want to be able to bounce thoughts and ideas off. So Brownsville comes with a different mentality. He's a little bit older, so he has a different perspective. He's from New York. Oh man, you know how these New Yorkers are. Okay, they believe that the world started in New York. They really believe this stuff. So they have this whole thought process. You know what I mean? But those are my people, and it's all love. It's all love. They welcome to the show anytime. Somebody left a comment. Hold on, I gotta. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, somebody left a comment that said they wanted to see Lee on the show. Lee's welcome on the show anytime. Lee can hit, pop up whenever he wants. Okay. MS Best does not like him. Okay, so we are going to talk about two things, but before we get into these two things, I'm not going to let y'all make me tired today because I've been exhausted, okay? Work sometimes drains you, okay? I don't know about y'all, but if y'all have a job, keep your job. Keep your job because I just saw a report where like 800,000 jobs listed has some issues going on. So it's not easy to get a job out here. Okay, so keep your job for as long as you can, stack your bread, get you some floating money so that you can sustain your life for a few months at least. Okay, it's gonna get rocky. I know we haven't experienced no turmoil really in the economy. Really, it's gonna get rocky, y'all. It will. Don't know when. Nobody can predict it, but it will get rocky, and you're gonna wish that you prepared 6 months before it got rocky, or a year. I always say at least a year, because a year filled with politicians lying to us and promising us things, a year is a good enough time to start getting things in the right direction. Okay, because they want to get in the office and they want to buy our votes and all that stuff. So a year is a good time of you to be able to struggle but not be on the streets. All right, so think about it. But I'm so sick of people talking about they don't like coffee dates, man. If that lady pop up on my feed one more time talking about she don't like coffee dates, it is hilarious, right? Hey, Jerk, what up? He says New York is the cradle of civilization. It's the beginning, huh? Mm-hmm. No. I've never been to New York. It's not on my list. New York is not on my list to visit. I want to visit. Probably like I might visit Arizona for like 2 days because it's kind of hot out there. Texas is on my list to visit. Let me see here. I don't know. Detroit is not on my list. I mean, maybe Anton's in Detroit. You never know, but Detroit, not really. Not really. Let me see. Florida might be a good. Yeah, I can see Florida on the list. Yep. Mm-hmm. I go to Boston before I go to New York. So yeah. Sorry, New York. Yes, not gonna happen. Yeah, nothing you can do. You can't. It's gonna be really hard to get me out to New York. Can't do it. Too much traffic. Too many. They got animals outside their restaurants right by the trash. No, I'm cool. They got to figure that out. I ain't trying to walk in a restaurant and be having a fight on my way into the restaurant with animals. So, and they got the big ones too. Yeah, they got the ones that don't. Yeah, so New York, figure that out. Figure it out. Okay. Now, I seen this video. I don't know why. Now, let me remove this real quick. Hold on. There we go. And it was a video asking about the preference of income, right? And have two young ladies, and they gave two different answers when it came to do you care about your partner's income. And I want y'all to listen to this because it's actually important.
What's your name and occupation?
My name is Lauren. I do admin work.
My name's Stella. I'm a kindergarten teacher.
What's your salary like per year?
50 or 60.
I would say 65 to 70.
How important is your partner's income when it comes to dating?
If I can support myself and support you, I'm 100% for it. Like, love is love, and I'll support you through it. So money honestly doesn't mean a thing to me.
Money's important for me. I'm a teacher, so we make no money.
What's the minimum salary you'd be looking for in a partner?
200.
200K per year?
All right. Let's just get y'all caught up. One's an admin or an assistant. Sometimes they have extracurricular activities. No, those are the executive assistants. And she makes somewhere like 50 to 60. So she makes double what I make. The other lady is a teacher, and she says she makes somewhere around 65 to 70. The admin or assistant said she don't care about what the partner makes. They figure it out together. Love is love. And that's all that matters to her. I believe her. She sounds like that's how she feels and what she wants to experience. Maybe she's not bitter and sad at this point, right? Then the next girl says, oh, I'm a teacher. We get paid nearly nothing. So his salary absolutely matters. Then the gentleman said, well, how much do you think your man should be making? The teacher blurts out $200,000. That's a lot of money. It ain't like it's a super ton of money, but $200,000, and that's just in the salary she's requesting. So who knows, right? That's a good amount of money though. I'm stuck, I'm making around 35, and I'm cool. I ain't tripping. Moms ain't kicking me out the basement. My 35K, is not so bad. But after taxes, it's probably like 22 or something like that. So it ain't much, you know what I'm saying? So I don't be tripping, right? I figure out how to make things work, okay? But she said 200,000, guys. I just wanted y'all to understand that she said it. Make sure y'all pay attention to that.
Yeah. You can't afford anything unless you're making at least $200,000.
She said you cannot afford anything unless you're making $200,000 a year. Now, a lot of times people get upset and they say, why do you review these? The reason why is because she's a teacher. The reason why we review this video is because a lot of the times they have arguments like she's a dancer. Why are you listening to her? She's a bimbo. Like they have all these thoughts, right? But you're literally listening to somebody that is a teacher, and she just said she makes around $65,000 to $70,000, and then subsequently says if you ain't making $200,000, you cannot almost literally buy anything. So my question is, how are you buying anything? How can you buy anything if you don't make $200,000? Oh, you're going to have to find somebody that does. Got it. Okay, I got you. I got it.
A year.
Do you have like a minimum salary you're expecting from your partner?
Like maybe like 90K.
Does your boyfriend currently make 200K plus?
No.
What's
Did you see her face of disappointment at the end, guys? Did y'all see that? When he said, does your boyfriend currently make 200K plus? She paused, shamefully bowed her head and said, no. This is why it's important, jerk. This is why we do this. Because they will sit out here and throw out these wild numbers by educated women. Now, yesterday we covered the show on education, college, debt, dropouts, and how men we were just 5 years ahead. We told y'all. We told y'all what was going to happen. So she said, I'm a teacher. Now, be honest, guys. Don't we have a general respect for teachers? I know I do. I have an admiration for teachers. I do. I'm like, man, y'all really go really hard for the students. They do. They don't make enough money. We all agree to that. They are glorified babysitters at a lot of the times. They deal with difficult kids from difficult backgrounds. And it's a difficult thing to do, right? And so that woman and typically to be a teacher, there is some level of higher education that is a requirement. I'm not good at math. I'm not good at grammar. I'm not good at reading, spelling, jumping, thinking. I'm not good at none of this stuff. So I couldn't be a teacher. They wouldn't allow that to happen to me. But she clearly is. And she said you cannot buy anything unless you make about $200,000. When question was proposed by a kid with a microphone, how much she makes, she said 65 to 70,000. And when asked, does your man currently make 200,000? She says no. Because this is what I want y'all to know. The men know that y'all don't be dealing with these men that have that kind of money. Most people never see $200,000 in a life. Forget making it. They never even touch it. They never can look at a bank account that say $200,000 until they dying days. They may have made $200,000, but they never ever could just sit there and go, hi, $200,000. You're so nice. So good to see you. Because by the time the money comes in, it's flowing out. By the time the money comes in, it's flowing out. Bills got to be paid. Okay. You might want this. You might want that. So it's hilarious to hear from people that don't like requesting things that they are probably never, ever going to see in their lifetime. The truth is the truth, but that's what she said, y'all. Now, the reason why it's hilarious to me, right? Because this lady then came on my feed. Funny. And this lady says the exact opposite. This is what she says.
I want to save half of your rent. You're willing to pay all your rent. Y'all, I would rather work 2 jobs if I have to than be in a relationship with someone who I have to go 50-50 with.
See, she said she would rather work 2 jobs than be in a relationship with somebody that she has to go 50-50 with. That's what she said. I would rather work 2 jobs than be in a relationship where I have to go 50-50.
That's what y'all don't understand. I've worked 2 jobs. I work every day. I don't care. Sometimes I like to work 2 jobs. I don't know why. Sometimes I just like to do it to myself. I don't know what that's about. But anyways, I'll just work another job, y'all. I don't need to go 50-50 with someone. I'll just get another job. That's it. I don't understand. I don't understand, y'all. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't want to.
Now, maybe somebody is going to free her of this, but I don't think it's going to be anybody in my chat. But the point being is this, fellas. So you don't have to deal with women that think like this, talk like this, act like this. Get you a teacher. Get you a teacher. The teacher clearly says, I can barely survive. You need $200,000. She ain't in no position to be arguing about, I'm not going 50-50. I'll get a second job. Look here, lady. Nobody is stopping you from getting a second job. If you want to get a second job because you see somebody else as dollar signs as opposed to things beyond that, it's on you. You're going to be living a life of having 2 jobs then. But you know what you're not going to be able to do? You're probably not going to be able to stay at home with your kids, though. Yeah, you're going to be just like all those other guys, be like, I saw my mom working 3 jobs growing up. Yeah. Boy, oh boy, what I wouldn't do to have somebody take 50% off my hands. I'll take that. I'll take that. That is the type of stuff that y'all got to understand, guys. Pay close attention to this nonsense. Where are we going to start? I'm contemplating. Let's start. All right. Y'all not going to have me here all night. I know. Pace myself. All right. So let's talk about the dangers of societal pressures. Let's talk about that. That's what we're going to talk about today. I think who said something to me today? I forgot. What was it? One of my coworkers. She said she is insecure about like her double chin or something like that. I don't know. I never noticed it, so I really didn't care. But she was just saying, I'm a little insecure about my like double chin or whatever the case is, or like her nose, right? That's what she was saying. And you know me, I was just like, I really don't have to stress like that because I really don't care. I'm not looking for everybody to like me. I'm not looking to get every girl in the world. That's Lil Wayne's job. Damn, I'm not going to get every girl in the world. So if there are deterrents that make women not interested in you, I don't get upset. I don't get upset. I go, maybe that was put in place to, you know, keep those type of women. Because remember I told y'all I only attract a certain type of woman. That those were some safeguards put in place so that I don't attract the other ones. See, artificial enhancements can attract people that you never would have attracted. For example, I've heard women say, you know, once I got these done and then that done, I mean, the attention went crazy through the roof, meaning that without that cosmetic attention, you would have not being able to speak to those classes or those type of men, right? For negative or for positive, they would have been shielded. they would have been blocked from your life. Now, you can look at it as a level of protection. You can say, you know, that if you don't have a nose that attracts those certain type of guys, then maybe the good Lord presented you with your appearance to protect you from certain people. That's how I look at things. So I'm protected from certain people. Certain people I'm just not going to track, and I'm fine with that. To me, the master in life is just dealing with the people that like you. Trying to chase after people that don't like you and convince them to like you is the worst job you ever can have. So I'm very comfortable. I don't have those concerns, but she's a woman. So I said, you know, I get it. You're a woman. I can understand the societal pressures that you may feel for a level of beauty or whatever the case is. But I would just look at it as a level of protection. If someone doesn't like your nose, then they don't need to be talking to you. Don't change it, because if you change it, you're going to artificially enhance your appearance and you're going to attract people you never would have attracted prior. That's just the way I like to look at it, right? But pressures of society are very high. You know, they got the what is it called? The fingernails that they do, the eyebrows, the lash, like all that stuff is expensive. And it's very, very dangerous. People are taking some of the craziest risks you ever could think of in life to experience something that I don't know if it's worth experiencing. I don't know if it's worth experiencing, guys. There was a mother. And, well, you know, like, I understand like childbirth is a big thing too. So like a woman's body changes because of childbirth and things like that. So I kind of get that part. But boy, oh boy, the risk that people are willing to take because of pressure is beyond me. It's beyond me. There was a woman from the UK. And she has quite a story that I think that we need to cover today. Let me pull it up here for you guys. I'll have you listen in.
Happy birthday to you. This was Cadell Brown's final birthday. She died 4 days after this celebration. A hard-working single mum of two who'd hoped cosmetic surgery would boost her self-confidence. And so with her sister Leanne, she travelled to Turkey for a so-called mummy MOT. But
now, I don't know what a mommy MOT is. Is that a mommy makeover or whatever it is? I don't know, right? But it's some type of procedure that you have, I guess, after you have children. And she traveled to Turkey in order to have this particular procedure. That's what I'll say. A few days after her birthday, I think.
But never came home.
For we're going to get her life back. So she just wanted to get there and have it done and get her old self back. That's all it was for her.
The sisters were enticed by a cut price deal for flights, hotels, liposuction, a tummy tuck, and a Brazilian butt lift.
So basically, the place that she went, they offered her a discount. The tickets were cheap, whatever the case is. They offer her, butt lipo, like a bunch of different things that enticed her for her to want to go out to Turkey in order to go ahead and attempt this particular surgery. And that's what she did, and she flew out there.
They chose a surgery called Clinic Expert, which bombarded them with looks they could achieve, repeatedly offering discounted extras. Leanne spoke.
So basically, there's a bunch of videos, imageries that they show potential clients of how they can look. And the reason why it's a little dangerous is when I talk to women, I hear them say things, or like just in the moment, they'll look at another woman walk by, or they'll see a video and they go, oh my gosh, she has a really nice nose, or I just love her cheekbones. Like, women will just blurt stuff out like that. And it's not, it's really innocuous. It's not meant to be a real like harmful thing. But the problem is they see these things in other people and they have an admiration for it and strong desires, right? So trying to see somebody's nose and like, I wish I had her nose, or I wish I had her eyebrows, I wish I had her stomach, or I wish I had her cheekbones, like just all that type of stuff. Women just will blurt that kind of stuff out. They'll see something they admire about another woman and go, I wish I had that. Oh, you know, and I'm like, that's something I've noticed my whole life. It's very much a girl thing. Guys, they would say like, man, if I had a car like that, man. They usually admire accessories on other guys. They admire, you know what I'm saying? Like that car is nice. If I had that car, or if I had what he had, or what. It's usually not physical things that other men have that men start to admire. So there's distinct differences. But I always notice that is a common thing amongst women. Part of the reason why women tend to follow a bunch of, you know, women on social media instead of a bunch of guys. It's really strange, but I get it, right? And so she was bombarded with imageries, things that she thought how her body would look based upon seeing how it looked on somebody else that she was kind of like admiring and things like that. So that helped like build the enticement of the particular surgery and probably the pricing, the discounts. There's a reason why some things cost $20,000, and if you can get it for $9,000, you know, there's something to be said about that, right?
To us alongside their other sister, Siobhan.
When you go in and you're paying, they're your best friends and they'll help you with anything. But once something goes wrong, it's left to yourself. Goodbye.
And for Cadell, something did go catastrophically wrong just hours after she took this picture.
I'd asked a few times how long she was going to be, and they just kept saying she's coming. And then I got a knock on the door, and 3 people walked in and just said, "Can you come with us, please?" They just started trying to say, you know, there's complications of surgery, and I just said, "As my sister died," and they just said, "I'm sorry, but yeah."
Thank you, Kazi. So I'm not sure if her sister was with her during the surgery or if this is a phone call, but it sounds like a conversation was had and the doctors told her sister, like, yeah, I'm sorry. That has got to be like the most traumatizing 5 seconds, 20 seconds of your life, where your anticipation, because you know the dangers of something, and the realization of it actually occurring. And in that millisecond, those moments there where you know it's real, and that natural response is got to be insane. Like I'll be trying to envision myself like in those circumstances and how I would react and how I would operate. But in that moment, the doctors come out and they give you that kind of look and they say, well, you know, Doris, and you know what it is. Oh, that's got to be tough. That has got to be the toughest thing ever. And their sisters. That is crazy. Crazy, man.
You know, there's complications of surgery, and I just said, as my sister died, and they just said, I'm sorry, but yeah. They just passed me an envelope, said, this is your money back and this is your sister's money back.
Now, the reason why this is crazy to me is because they gave her the money back. So the sister was supposed to go next. Well, still, they gave her sister the money back and they refunded her because. Is that common practice? I have never heard of that before. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I can kind of understand. Hey, look, ain't much I can do for you else. I'm so sorry. Here, take your money back. That's the least I could do. I kind of get that, but that's not common. I don't think typically they return your money. To me, that seems a little. I don't want to say black market. It just seems a little like second market type of thing. Like that don't happen at the primary market. This is secondary market type of stuff, right? Because that's crazy to me that they would even offer that. So they gave her money back. They refunded her sister. And I'm presuming that the sister that was supposed to go next did not go through with it, and they went back home. That's what I'm presuming.
It's your money back, and this is your sister's money back. And this is your flight. Sorry, she's dead. Here's your plane ticket. There were nothing.
Leanne was refused access to Cadell's body. When it was finally returned to the UK, more devastating news was to come. To their horror, a coroner here told them that large parts of Cadell's organs, including her brain and heart, had been removed.
Now, she was denied access to her sister's body when they finally returned to the US. Or I'm sorry, not the US, the UK, I think. And I think another doctor, or I don't know, whoever deals with someone at this state, I don't know how that would go when you're shipped about. I don't know. Maybe, you know what I'm talking about. I can't think of the person's name right now. But when they examined it, they realized her brain, pieces of her brain was missing, and some pieces and things like of other organs were gone. Now, that is insane. And that's got to be the scariest thing in the world, right? Think about that. You travel to another country to one Shadow Drag. What up, family? So you travel. Yeah, okay, coroner. Thank you. Thank you, Kazi. Thank you, Art. So you travel to another country because their laws are less stringent than probably your current laws, and the prices are probably cheaper because your doctors could be more educated, they could be certified, etc., and they cost more than to go to another country with probably lower thresholds, other stuff, crazy things like that. And to find out that organs are missing, well, let me tell you why it's important, Sin. Because we don't know if it was complications or if it was intentionality. This is why this is important. We don't know if this was complications or intentionality. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's more than fair to think that maybe they just wanted access to her organs. Maybe they just wanted access to her organs. They don't care if she actually lives or not. Heck, to be candid, they probably did it on purpose. You don't know if they told somebody, look, we got some people flying in from another country. We know that you need access to this, and that. We're going to take care of it. That's why, to me, to risk these type of things in other countries is beyond, because other countries don't have the same laws as the country that you're in. You don't have the resources, the knowledge of their countries and their guidelines, their bases, their people, all of the things that you would generally need if you don't have a lot of money. Now, if you're filthy rich, you can obviously hire one of the best lawyers in their country and figure something out. That's probably not going to be most of us. I live in a basement, barely scraping by. The rest of y'all probably really rich chat members, right? But in a general sense, you're in another country with no recourse. Your sister could do nothing. When they told her you can't see her, she just had to sit there and take it. If she was in her country, she would have knew the rules. She could have held people responsible to some degree, but the risk you're willing to take for the societal pressures, the ultimate cost. The ultimate cost.
And heart had been removed.
When they returned her body, they'd kept pieces of her heart and her intestines.
How hard was that to hear?
Baby, I didn't think it was allowed, but they said it's legal. They can take what they want. I thought you'd have to ask at least permission from family before you took anything, but
they sent a death certificate straight away and just put no, there's not even a cause of death.
Are you hearing this, guys? It is completely legal for them to do that. Nidish, what's going on, family? Completely legal for them to do that. Do you know, like, first of all, unless it's on my ID that says don't take nothing away from me. That's insane, guys. I would have the hardest time getting over this. I would have the hardest time getting over this because I would feel and believe in my heart they intentionally did that to my sister. And I would struggle. I would struggle because they got some great doctors out there. But I would struggle because I think if everything was intact and they just sent her back, I would think they on the up and up. It just, things happen. But when you tell me there are missing organs, nah, like, you can't convince me y'all was on the up and up. You can't. You can't. Absolutely not. The fact that y'all refunded the money, meaning that whatever money it was, $5 grand, 10 grand, whatever it was, that was baby money to y'all. The stuff that y'all took from the body was worth way more, and that's why y'all was probably willing to refund. Because I have not heard of refunding people for this type of thing. It's scary, man. Please do not travel to other countries when you don't know the laws, when you don't know the rules, when you don't know nobody, when you have no level of recourse, and you're taking one of the ultimate risks. You need to do that with the best of the best. If you value your life, you got a family, you got children. This is tough, man.
We wanted to investigate this further in Turkey, but authorities there refused our visas, providing no reason why. From their Istanbul surgery clinic, expert insists that no evidence of organ trauma was found and Kadel's body left them untouched. They say an internal review found no malpractice and her death was likely caused by fat blocking a blood vessel, a risk in this type of surgery.
So, no cause of death on the documents. After more assessments, they came to the conclusion it's a possibility blood clot or something like, or fat clogging things. You know, there's a certain amount of weight you have to lose supposedly to even be able to do these type of things. There's supposed to be strong, like some strong guidelines. But to be honest, it sounds like probably some guidelines was passed. It sounds like to me some guidelines was passed. That's what it sounds like to me. Some guidelines were bypassed because there are ulterior motives. Y'all can't convince me otherwise. Y'all cannot convince me otherwise that there was no ulterior motives. I'm sorry. I don't believe for a second that their own citizens are getting documents that don't say why they no longer there no more. So the fact that they send you on your way without this documentation, at least the respect for, like, that's crazy to me. We got to be careful. Shout out to my brother Peter the Investor. Send some love through the Cash App. I appreciate your family. Says for the water fund. Don't worry, I got the water. And that water is not shipped in from that country, by the way. I honestly don't know why this isn't a bigger deal, but I think it's because we can't stop. And I don't even think we can protect people from this. I think people are willing to accept the risks. I really, really believe people are willing to accept the risks to take this type of surgery. And I don't know why. I don't know why people are willing to take this type of risk in other countries. And this is the ultimate price. And Americans, to a degree, I can kind of understand because we make it seem like, oh, it's normal. It's totally normal. But when you got to fly to another country, it's not a lot of good stories coming back, in my opinion. It's not a lot of good stories coming back, y'all. This is bad.
Günaydın. Ben operatör Doktor Sinem Sıngın.
ITV News can reveal Dr. Sinem Singan is the surgeon who operated on Cadell.
Wow.
She's now left Clinic Expert but is performing the same procedure elsewhere. She refused an interview on camera but told us Cadell's death was due to a known complication of such surgery, not medical malpractice. Back at Clinic Expert, the relentless pursuit of British business continues.
That's crazy. So right after she performed, she said, I can't work here no more. And then went to another clinic basically and is doing the same work. Wow. That is crazy. Man, that's filthy work right there, y'all. That's filthy work. Literally not quitting, not saying, oh my God, I'm devastated. I'm going to just go do this somewhere else. It's filthy work. It's really, really disheartening because there's going to be no retribution. There's going to be no nothing done. There's not going to be anything to try to make this family whole. Obviously, there's nothing you can do to bring back that type of, but at least some decency, some respect. Like the fact that they're saying what happened now without actually documenting it, but they're willing to go on the record and say this is why it actually happened. Why didn't you document it then? Why aren't you putting the actual calls? Why y'all sending her with documentation that does not have the actual calls? And it's just, it is what it is. It's crazy to me. Please, please, if y'all have loved ones, please, please do not let them travel out the country and take these type of risks. We have no recourse. We don't know these countries' rules. We don't know. And it's not worth it.
Using an ITV News undercover reporter, we held a consultation with a telesales agent at the clinic.
I'm just looking to get more information on the mummy makeover. As you can see, I'm just all a bit, I really want to go ahead with it. I've been thinking about it for a while, but you hear all these stories about things going wrong.
No, miss, we are performing tummy tuck procedure, every day, at least 6 or 7 cases.
We have confirmed 2 deaths at the clinic since 2011. Figures not disclosed during our recording.
What's the worst thing that can happen with this? And has anyone ever died?
I can truly say that I never ever faced of this kind of serious experience in my entire career.
During our investigation, Cadell's sister informs us of an update.
Hello, Rachel. We will be at Sheffield Coroner's Court tomorrow.
A fresh pathology report has allowed an inquest into Cadell's death to be opened. We were with Leanne as she expressed her relief that the case was now in the UK courts.
Things can't be hidden anymore, and they know what happened now. So it's just gathering that evidence.
And they want to use that evidence to warn the 150,000 Britons who travel to Turkey every year for cosmetic surgery. 28 have died at clinics across Turkey since 2019, and many hundreds more suffer complications.
Wow.
Plastic surgeon Dr. Harper Machin is seeing more and more patients needing corrective surgery in the UK following procedures overseas.
Bleeding and blood collections that would need to go back to the operating theatre to be stopped are obviously a very immediate complication that, yes, would be apparent in the very short term after the surgery. But things like serious infections, sepsis, wound breakdown, skin necrosis or death of the skin, for example, in a tummy tuck where the skin is incredibly tight once it's been removed, those things are only apparent in the days, weeks, months after the surgery.
complications that Cadell's family wish they'd known more about, as they now live with the heartbreaking consequences.
Anyone that meets her will say, she just smiled, she laughed.
Just was picking up the phone and talking to her.
What was she like as a sister?
Loving, lovely, caring.
Yeah.
Funny.
This family has lost.
You know, I really hate this part about interviews. I hate when they ask them questions like, well, how do you feel? What is she like? Like, come on, man. Like that. I hate that stuff. It's the worst. This is not the time. But they really have no choice because they need the publicity. They need the platform to get their appeal out there. So they need a little bit of momentum and support. So they have to endure talking about things that nobody want to talk about. Nobody want to have those conversations. You think somebody that's fighting, that's just not going to shrug their shoulders and walk away, wants to have those type of conversations? I hate that stuff, man. I do. It's the worst, man. It is the very, very, very worst and the very, very ugly of society, man. It's the very worst and ugly of society. Sucks. Sucks. It does. It's got to be heartbreak. She got children, man. She got children. It's got to be the toughest experience, man. Whew. Don't let your family travel, man. Don't do it. Convince them that it ain't worth it. And the social media will be, you know, the interesting part about it is this. The way that I think like lonely, sad, depressed men are taken advantage of on the OF and things like that. And we all know those are typically guys that struggle, guys that have issues, and regular guys that get women and talk to women don't patronize that business, because why would they, right? And so those type of men are targeted because they send ads, and so they target them. People don't care because they're men, but the same way, in a sense that those men are targeted, women are targeted like this. Women are targeted for them being thought of less desirable and things like this, and them not being able to conjure up the confidence to go, I don't care. I want to be me, and I don't want nothing else but that, and then be willing to live through the world that way. They are not willing to do it in a lot of these cases. It said 120,000 UK people yearly go to try to get those surgeries. It's sad. It's sad that we both know that this will not stop. More people will be depressed. More people will be going through these surgeries. More people will be trying to get out to other countries to get cheaper deals, better deals. And it's sad. It really, really is. It's a real tough one, guys. That's the dangers of societal pressures. We all deal with society's pressures, by the way. The pressure to, not be a bum, the way to dress, the way to talk, conduct yourself, not to be soft, be hard, be aggressive. Like, there are a lot of pressures in society. And for beauty, man, that type of atmosphere is on a whole nother level. It's on a whole nother level, guys. It really, really is. All right. Let's talk about another conversation I recently had. And it somewhat involves awareness and manipulation, right? I was talking to a woman. She said she was about 6 years old when she realized that she could kind of manipulate people, and that like guys were like noticing her, or she had to notice that there was extra awareness to that just at 6 years old, right? Hey, Kyla. And another girl said she was probably like a few years older than that, and she got the same. So a lot of things that like women say is that even at a young age, I can see these people looking at me, and I feel a difference there, right? There's a level of awareness, and they know like, hey, I can get them to do this, and there's like it's really weird, right? Kazi, I said the same thing. Kazi. I said 6. She said yes. Now, I thought that was probably because I'm gonna be honest, I kind of know her a little bit. She's pretty smart. Like she's like relatively a pretty smart individual. So she may have heightened intelligence or awareness at a younger age than most. So I thought it was weird, but she stood on it. I said, all right, well, I can't tell you what your experiences are. I just know she's pretty sharp. I'll say that. You know, I don't say that about a lot of people, but she is. But it's not uncommon to hear at a very young age, you know, I noticed this stuff, or I felt these type of things, these vibes and these people, and I realized that, you know, I could do this or that. It is what it is. It's the ability to realize a higher level of awareness, and then realize that there's a form of manipulation that can come out of this. Now, I don't know to what degree, but as awareness starts to become is when you start to be able to realize you can do this and get away with this or this or this or that, right? Now, I'm going to just tell you as a guy, I don't think I had those abilities to like register manipulation at that level. I knew how to say, I'm sorry, I didn't do it. You know, try to pretend like I didn't, you know, break something when I probably did, and lie or something to try to get my way out of it. But like truly like a level of manipulation, I don't think it was that high. You know, I don't think I could do that at that age. But it just goes to tell you that some people have a different experience. And so I don't know. They say girls mature faster than guys. So maybe that's a skill or an awareness or an understanding that they're able to identify much sooner than we are, right? And I do think a lot of times guys might be late bloomers in that aspect. I don't know. But I do be recognizing, you know, the batting of the eyes, please, and you know, all that kind of stuff, and just certain little subtle things where I'm like, you think you slick. You know, you couldn't get away with it. It's just little stuff like that, right? It's hard to be a parent. It's hard to be a parent when you have kids like that. Sometimes you ever heard you too smart for your own good? You too smart for your own good. I still don't know what that means to this day, but I've heard that phrase enough times. You're too smart for your own good. And you know, there's dangers of some things. So sometimes a mother's worst nightmare can become her reality.
Ingrid Kelly has the exclusive, joining us live from East Point Police Department with more on what exactly happened, Ingrid.
Yeah, you know, it's really disturbing. A mother takes away her daughter's cell phone, and then her child comes up with a plan to kill her mother. Back in July, East Point police were called to the 24,000 block of Roxana.
We're there to investigate a home invasion and possibly an attempted murder.
But as the investigation unraveled, something sinister was revealed about a 14-year-old girl living on the street.
The minor daughter had met another minor on a social media app.
But the 14-year-old's time on social media was put in jeopardy.
So, just to get you up to speed, a mother who's raising her daughter, who's taking care of her family, doing the best job she possibly can do within her abilities. She recognizes that her daughter is spending too much time on her phone or social media and she pretty much takes it from her, and then her daughter plots her demise. Now, to me, I believe that is probably and most likely one of a parent's worst nightmare. That the person that wants to get rid of you is probably the closest person to you that have the very most access to you, and it will crush anybody's soul, right? Now, as you can see, we all know what that app is. That looks like Snapchat to me, okay? I don't have a Snapchat, so don't send me no Snapchats because I don't have one. But apparently it's still popular. I've looked up the company. I actually owned Snapchat stock many years back, and I made like $700. So I like that $700 profit. Now, it was many years ago, but I do appreciate it. I really, really do. I don't know what I did with that $700, but I'm pretty sure I reinvested it. But the point being is, I know a good amount of the business model at the time and the history and things like that. But this is not the business aspect show today, all right? But the daughter basically met a boy, or met, I don't know if they said a boy or not, but met somebody through the app. And her mom said, "You're not using that app no more." And she said, "You got to go, Mom."
On a social media app.
But the 14-year-old's time on social media was put in jeopardy. Her mother, who had no knowledge of the guy her child met on the app, decided to take away her daughter's phone as a form of punishment.
Because she was having a lot of issues at home and not following the rules.
So the teen and her new 17-year-old boyfriend came up with a solution.
They decided together that they were going to kill Mom.
In the early morning hours of July 14th, the 14-year-old allegedly leaves the door to her home open. So
now I'm just going to ask you this. Right. And look, y'all got to just keep it real. This is a hard conversation, but we got to have the hard conversations. How aware is this child? Do they really know what they are about to attempt? Now, when the officer says they decided together, I'm going to just be honest with you. This is just my personal opinion. I don't know. This is just what I think, right? No, nobody mutually breaks up. We decided to break up. It was a mutual decision. So who brought the idea up? Okay? Because I don't want to hear, it's a mutual decision. No, somebody brought this idea up. And I'm going to just go out on a limb, and I think it was one of them. That's what I'll say. I think it was one of them, because I'm going to be honest with you. Nobody in their right mind thinks to offer to take out somebody's parent without thinking that that's something that person would accept or agree. No matter what, I'm dating a girl. Let's just say we both 15 at the time. We talk on the phone all the day, and then her parents take it away, and I'm angry because I'm madly in love, I guess. And I'm like, hey, you know what? I thought of an idea. I'm going to take out you. Like, I think she's going to break up with me. I think she's not going to, no, who agrees to that? So in my mind, I kind of think it's somebody's idea more than the others. But you guys can be the judge of that. And sometimes you're so smart, you watch so much TV, you go, I know exactly how to do it. I'll leave the back door open.
So her boyfriend can enter.
He went into the mom's bedroom and began to attempt to suffocate her with a body pillow that was on the bed.
The mom screamed.
And then he started choking her.
But the woman's mother and grandmother to the 14-year-old intervened and told the 17-year-old to leave, which he did, but he left something behind.
His shoes were left behind, and we believe that maybe he took those off to be quieter.
A knife from the victim's house was also found in the street when the suspect fled. The mom was transported to the hospital, but will survive her injuries. And after nearly 2 months of investigating, police took the 14 and 17-year-olds into custody. The mother of the 14-year-old told police her daughter is a problem child and has a record. Both have been charged as adults by the Macomb County Prosecutor's Office. The biggest evidence came from the 14-year-old.
From social media, from her social media account.
The 17-year-old facing a number of charges, including conspiracy to commit murder and the first degree. The 14-year-old also facing charges, including solicitation of murder.
The male received a $2.5 million bond. So I can't imagine that he's going anywhere, anytime soon. And the female was given a $1 million bond. So they're both being held.
The names of the teens not being released because of their ages. The investigation has shocked the police department.
I don't know that we've ever seen anything on this level from this age group.
And as this investigation continues, police want to make this clear. Everything you do on social media leaves a footprint.
Nothing is secret. I mean, everything is able to be recovered and found when you're using social media.
And although the mother survived, her blood vessels were greatly damaged because of that strangulation. Needless to say, these teens are facing a number of future court dates. Back to you.
My goodness, Ingrid, so young, 14 years old, and the other teen, 17. It is really scary to think about. And this mom, do we know if the teens had any trouble in the past before that, or was it something where one possibly may have?
Y'all better think twice about whooping y'all kids. Y'all better think twice about whooping y'all kids, okay? Because if you make them upset, they have she left the back door open. She like, look, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna leave the back door open so you can sneak in. He said, okay, I'm gonna take off my shoes and sneak in like it's a TV show. Man. Now, here's the thing about manipulation, right? And I'm going to tell y'all why it's probably manipulation. Okay, you guys decide who y'all see it as. But there's a reason why she didn't do it herself. Because she probably needed to manipulate someone stronger than her to accomplish the act. How does she convince said person to do something is beyond me. But it could have been his idea. Who knows? He could have offered and she agreed. I mean, the mom did say she a problem child and she got a lot on the background and she's done a lot to get in trouble before. But who knows? It could have been the guy's idea. It just seems like something's going on. It's very dangerous, guys. You have to be very, very, very careful of y'all relationships with your children these days. It ain't one of those days where you, smack your kid in the back of the head and say, go to your room and just think that they're going to go there and just be all right with it. It's getting real dangerous, man. It's kind of scary. I'm over here sitting there thinking to myself like, dang, you discipline your kid, you take their phone away, and this is a possibility? What do? You lock. They are being charged as adults. So how long you lock your kid up? And you the mom, right? You raising them. How difficult is a decision to make? Oh, yeah, lock my daughter up for the next 15 years. Then when she gets out, what are you going to do? You're going to, you know what I mean? Like, is this a broken relationship for the rest of? You see what I'm saying? Like, this is like you hold this to a 14-year-old and 17-year-old for the rest of their lives. Do they have a right at redemption? Do they say we shouldn't have, we was crazy, we messed up, but we've learned our lesson? Do you let your kids sleep in the house ever again with you again? Can she ever live in the same home as you? It's crazy. Literally in the span of probably 24 hours to 48 hours of you taking the phone, she plotted on you. And she found an accomplice to accomplish the task, basically, or at least attempt to. It's a little bit of traumatizing because just to think that, first of all, you can tell the age is clearly a factor because who takes a pillow and think that's going to get the job done? Not very well thought out, not planned, not executed very well. It's pretty sad. Guys gotta, I don't know, man. I don't know, guys. To me, this is probably up there with the worst thing you can ever experience, right next to you having to say goodbye to your kids before you. Probably somewhere around there, right? I don't know, guys. But anyway, that's all I wanted to cover today, all right? I'm not gonna be up too long tonight, guys. So I gotta go. I'm tired anyway. Appreciate you guys tuning in to the show. I will see you guys on the next one, whenever that may be. Who knows? Okay. Appreciate y'all. Get some sleep because I need some sleep. And protect your families, man. Protect your everything at this point. Man, we messed up pretty bad in society right now. We got families dysfunctional. We got insecurities. We got social pressures. We got other people from other countries like targeting people. This stuff is really eye-opening and terrifying to a degree. Okay. And Kyla, thank you. I appreciate you. It's terrifying a little bit to kind of know that you travel outside this country, they can legally take your organs and hide it or disguise it under the attempt to give you a surgery that you wanted. It's kind of scary. But guys, just continue to pay attention to these stories because this is stuff that we probably never think would happen to us. Raise your level of awareness. All right. Anyway, guys, you guys have a good night. I will see you guys soon. Until next time.